nigga, fuck these niggas, I'm hungry, like most young men. He don't give a fuck about what you want. He don't give a fuck what you seeing. He want bread. He hungry for it. He got niggas willing to kill for the bread like he is. They care about having the status, like the same way the young nigga at the end of the story kills Omar just to have status, legacy, and prestige. There are young men out here that they feed off that, they eat off that. All they care about is having prestige and status and power. They see in certain niggas having that's bum nigga mentality. And this is what I'm talking about. Bum nigga mentality. Bum nigga mentality, like I said before in my earlier video with Spider-Man, ironically, is that when you have this very bum perspective, you think gold, chains, money. Every aspect of America is built in the concept of debt, especially if you're black. There is nobody that's successful without some level of debt, credit card debt, personal debt, behind on debt. We're in a certain form of economy where the current rates of inflation and the aspects of basically any level of from gas prices, food, everything is up. Rent is up. Every phallus of it, every correct me if I'm saying that wrong, contextually, every area, every space is struggling to maintain it, and everybody wants to maintain an image. So when you want to build content, when you want to create content, when you want to structure a future for yourself, and you want to structure something for others, you got to remember this is something that young men look up to still to this day. It don't have to be this look. It could be an entirely different man. This is an extreme example, by the way. There are men out here that are successful in terms of women having high-end wealth, but they're not because they beat women. There are men out here that, they have a house, but they're not happy because they can't have kids or they don't have a wife. Everybody has their own version of what success is. Everybody has their own version of what they want to grow with. This is a man that would have young children, such as yourself, come out and be like, man, fuck all that. Let me get a couple $100. I want you to shoot that nigga down the block for me. You gonna get a minimal bid on that, and I'm gonna pay for your lawyer, all that. But I'm gonna need you to get a couple $100 for your family. I need you to go pop this nigga. Don't say shit, or we gonna pop you anyway. Cause I don't have no issues killing kids. He ain't gonna tell you that, but he don't have no issues killing kids. It was very indirect, but it was obvious that Marlo and his squad killed little children before. They have no morals, and they're willing to use children and kill them if they needed to. It's not strongly shown in the series, but it's strongly implied. He had no code of honor, and niggas looked up to that shit until they watched him kill people and squad like Snoop and Chris and put niggas in abandoned homes. Now, the other example I talk about is like, bum nigga mentality is sometimes when you watch certain shit, you're like, okay, why would I want to watch this, right? So I keep doing this corny shit I mentioned, Super Sentai and parents and all that shit, right? But I'm going to give you a fun example. Now, one of the funniest things ever is that I'm a big fan of this, right? And there are people that, again, I'm going to talk shit about this too. There are people, again, that watch something like this, like myself, and be like, okay, well, what's the benefit of this? What's the structure of this? It's just a character. He looks evil. He looks cool. He has an ability. And he hurts, harms, and or attacks other people. How does a man lose, build, or create structure with this? It's very simple. If you're a young child, you're very impressionable. The first thing that's a horrible cut. But what you really want to do is have children find something they enjoy. It doesn't have to be this. It could be anything else in the world. It looks like you're just trying to emulate something, but how else do you bond with your children? The Wire is a great show, but that's about showing bum niggas in terms of not giving people morals. When it comes to children and when it comes to watching certain things, you're a child. You're not just watching this for no reason. Your father, your mother, your cousin, your uncle, they had you watching this shit. And you had another outlet to not be in the streets, another outlet to not be opening your mouth saying something stupid, learn certain values and instruction in your household, and one of the minimal gifts was watching some stupid shit like this. And one of the biggest things is, well, how do you create moral structure with this? Well, it looks like it's some dumb shit, but at the end of the day, these are 5 niggas, well, 3 niggas, 2 women, and realistically, the main focus is to protect your county, protect your city, protect your fucking damn region and your state, really. And for the most part, you're teaching people minimal values and morals. It ain't just about, oh, I'm a good person, I'm a bad person. These are people that sacrificed their lives for other people, and you're watching it every day. Children are emulating that, and they're watching it. Doesn't mean it's a positive TV show for children, for instance, because the real version of it is violent as fuck. It was killing niggas to survive. They're destroying monsters and shit. But the kid version of it is more, we got to make sure that we have something to watch. And you have people that are watching this type of thing. Doesn't mean that, this is a structural, high-end story where people just enjoy it, they love it, and they're like, okay, well, this is going to make everybody in Georgia do better. Fuck no. There's much better shows you use as an example. I'm being lazy right now and giving you a minimum example off the dome. The point is, this is at least some type of value because there's high-end morals in it. I could flip this also and say, in The Wire, there are morals when it comes to watching, Muslim people that follow the Nation of Islam and their morals, but, they cross those morals by shooting and killing niggas if they don't pay them their money on time. Again, it's all based on what you see as a high-end structure and value, okay? Now, this wasn't going to just be about bum shit. This would be about, having high-end morals and something else I was mentioning before. But I'm just going to mention this as... Power sword! Yeah, power sword. So I just wanted to mention this as something that I really wanted to discuss, most importantly, in terms of what I have learned over the last couple of months, really, is when you're building a structure... When you're building a structure in your life, one of the biggest things to focus on is how do you build peace and tranquility and strength in your life. One of the biggest things that I learned in terms of motivational focus and structure, outside of being a bum, I keep saying, bum is basically somebody that just wants to push low tier values and morals to everybody else, but in this case, talk about kids. And with Kenichi, in a sense, this nigga's supposed to be, a man of people, conceptually, protector of others. Really, he's just a weak nigga that had to learn to get strong, like most people that do martial arts / people that are strong get into martial arts in some form. And he has, mastered Muay Thai, karate, judo, aikido. I'm not going to talk about Superman because he has too many abilities. Kempo and, weapons matter. So he has multiple martial arts, mixed martial arts he learns. But most of his focus is high-end values from his masters due to daily discipline, training, and focus to be a better man and a better person, not only to protect the woman he cares about and know that ass you see on the screen, but to also make sure that he has the capable abilities to protect his family, his woman, and everybody else he wants to protect, while as a man learn to be a better man and defending himself and his honor. Like so. And everybody deserves that ability to do so. When you teach people how to hurt people, lie about people, and harm others, there is no way to go back from that. You teach people having to have evil actions, evil forms of structure, evil morals. These are things you can't come back from. And when you come back and look at, your children, your friends' children, what do you have to look up to? What do they have to follow? If I have nothing to follow that has high-end value, then all I'm going to do is act like there is no value to what you're saying. There's a reason why there's characters even in this story where guys keep showing ass. There's a reason why there's characters in this story that, even though they're not evil, like Hermit, for instance, he has his own, childhood background. He has his own, master who had his own dark past, even if it's something that's kind of silly or stupid realistically. Martial arts isn't just a focus on getting stronger and building strength. It's something that builds discipline, higher morals, and it also further elevates your foundation in life. When you sit and lie about what you have to go on in life regularly, you will never be successful. When you teach children that perspective, they have nothing else to look up to as well. They think harassment is okay. They think violence is okay. They think abuse is okay. They think stalking is okay. They think domestic violence is okay. They think murder is okay. These things are taught to you. They're taught to you by people that don't have any real morals. They're taught to you that people have no real structure. They're bums. They teach you how to lie. They teach you how to be sociopathological liars, to the point where you do need a form of controlled and cognitive behavioral based therapeutical services. And it's to the point where these children are so broken they think these behaviors are normal. They never come from an amassed forms of wealth either, unfortunately. And you usually think it's people that are from amassed forms of wealth, but actually it's both. Let me stop lying. And it's people that are from amassed forms of wealth and bums that are equivalent to the same. Bum is a mentality, not just wealth. And you learn that from your family, you learn it from your friends, you learn it from your uncles, your cousins, your aunties. You have no value to yourself or structure. That's the point of martial arts. That's the point of, someone like, watching someone like Marlo on The Wire, but he transitioned to the cop who quit being a cop and he was a teacher later on in life. That's the point of, series like I mentioned, Power Rangers, where you're learning values and structure from your family, even if it's goofy from your family, your father, or whoever else. You're learning that even if something as silly as basic time with your parents has value in it, and when you don't have that, like I said, you think shitty, bad morals have value, and they do not. Bums. Anyways, we out as always. Not the dead out. Also, very, 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 very good stream. This one we're gonna put on. I'm gonna clip it as a short, and then I'm gonna make it one of the things I put with Kenichi's face on it, or like The Wire or something like that. See where it goes. But great stream. Yeah, I know I ain't gonna do this for a couple days till maybe later this week or something like that. Peace.